had a good evening or a good day today and is feeling all excited about what we are going to be sharing with you. So here's that video and
Hi, this is
let's see.
Ben Glinsky, founder and CEO of Livegood. Over the past 20 years, we've launched and run some of the most successful products and companies in the entire network marketing industry. We've helped hundreds of thousands of people all over the world generate extra income from home, paid out close to $1 billion in commissions, and have been featured all over the internet, in magazines, newspapers, even on TV. People often ask, how have our companies been so successful while thousands of others have failed? The answer is simple: timing. Recognizing trends in the network marketing industry, trends in society, trends in the economy. With inflation higher than ever, gas prices up, causing utility bills to rise, mortgage and rent payments going up, travel getting more expensive, people are looking for ways they can save money without compromising quality. Because of that, the network marketing industry is at a major crossroads. Products have become more and more overpriced just so companies can pay out big commissions and compensation plans. But with buying habits trending away from higher priced products in search of better value, that model just doesn't align with where the industry is going. In fact, if you look at some of the biggest companies in the network marketing industry, like Herbalife, USANA, and Nu Skin, their revenues are down as much as 20% from just a year ago. While companies like Walmart and Costco's revenues are up 9% and 12%. In the words of our director of network marketing, Nader Kazan, the days of selling overpriced products so a few people at the top of a compensation plan can get rich are over. That's why we created Livegood. Teaming up with amazing health and wellness experts Ryan and Lisa Goodkin, we've created a line of the highest quality nutritional supplements on the planet that people need. And we make them available for as much as 75% less than what other companies are charging for lower quality products. Take our organic Super Reds, for example, probably the best cardiovascular health product ever created. Higher quality with more antioxidant-packed ingredients than even best-selling non-organic Super Beets, and for less than half the price. How about CBD oil? Other companies are selling 500 milligram CBD oil for as much as $80. Ours is the highest quality CBD available anywhere, and with 750 milligrams of CBD, it's 50% stronger for just $18. Not only that, but every one of our highest quality products comes with a full 90-day empty bottle money-back guarantee. If you don't absolutely love any of the Livegood products that you order, simply send back the empty bottle and we'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. So what does all this mean for you? On top of having products that virtually sell themselves in a company that is perfectly aligned with shifting buying habits in the marketplace, we give you all the tools, systems, websites, videos, training, and everything you need to help you earn extra income easier and faster than any other company in the industry. In fact, this video that you're watching right now is part of the industry's most powerful Powerline-driven marketing system that allows you to reserve a free temporary position in our company before you have to commit anything to getting started. What that means is when you enter your name and email on this page, we will immediately reserve you a position and show you everyone who does the same after you by placing them under you in the Powerline. Now, each Thursday night is the cutoff day to lock in your position or miss out. Everyone who locks in their position by becoming a member of Livegood for just $9.95 a month, plus a one-time $40 affiliate sign-up fee, moves to the top of the Powerline above everyone who waits. Those people are then placed in our fast-filling 2x14 forced matrix before all the people below them in the Powerline. So each person is positioned in the matrix in the highest available position following their enroller. By being a member of Livegood, you're going to save up to 75% off the highest quality nutritional supplements on the planet to keep you and your family healthy. And if you happen to get some people placed under you in the matrix and you make a few extra $100 a month or a few extra $1,000 a month on top of that, even better. And the way our compensation plan works, you have the potential to earn over $2,000 a month in the matrix without ever having to enroll a single person. And if you do choose to share Livegood products and opportunity with others, you can earn significantly more. In fact, with our matching bonuses, just by enrolling one person, you double your earning potential. With millions of people joining Livegood in the next 24 months, the only place they can go in the matrix is under the ones who are already in there. So the sooner you lock in your position, the higher you'll be placed in the matrix. So fill out the form on the right, and it won't take long for you to see why people are calling Livegood the most exciting company in the industry. We'll see you at the top. Hi, this is Ben Glinsky.
Fantastic. We're going to see you at the top. And I'm going to turn it all over to Miss Vashti Williams now.
Your
She
stuff
is
in
ready
there
to
showing.
go. So, Vashti, is over to you.
Hi, good night, everyone. My apologies for being so late. I had some technical difficulties, when it comes to computer and stuff like that, some of the challenges that you have. So first, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let me say a warm welcome to all of you and thank you for being here. It's a pleasure having you here. Now, this evening, we are here to share with you an opportunity that you can be able to enjoy health as well as wealth. In these times when there's lots of pandemic out there happening, lots of challenges, we are in the process of exploring ways in which we can improve our health. The question is, can you and I live happy lives despite the pessimism and the challenges that we are having today? Today on this session, we are going to introduce to you our guest. We have with us Mr. Nick Bramble. We also have Dr. Elliot Duglin here with us. And we're going to be sharing with you how you can actually live a healthy, happy life. Lisa and I are the moderators in this. Lisa and we are members of an Opportunity Knocks program. Our goal in this program is to help our members to be financially free. We have invited you here this evening because we want to help you to live a happy, financially free life. But is it possible? Let me introduce to you our guest tonight. Our guest, Mr. Nick Bramble. Can you come out and say hi? Nick, we have our special guest, and I'm going to just briefly let you know, give you a brief introduction. Hi Nick, nice to have you here. It's a pleasure to have you here, Nick. My apologies for the delay, guys. Let me just introduce Nick to you. I met Nick online while trying to find a way to actually learn new skills and earn an extra income online. And Nick is a powerful individual. He's the author of a book called The 30-Minute Workday, The Escape Plan, which I hold in my hand. Is a powerful book. And he is also an online marketer. I'm going to share his story with you. Nick, I'm going to share your story with our guest right now. Nick, after being let go from his job 3 weeks before Christmas in 2004, having an 8-month-old baby, so he was fired from his job. He had a wife to support and a son already on the way. Can you imagine a position that you are in at this point? Can you imagine how Nick feel? Think about it. He drew the line and he decided, enough is enough. I don't want to be leaving my family alone anymore. I want to be able to be at home with my family. Think about this. In 2005, Nick used the internet to make 3 times, guys. Make sure you have a notepad and everything. Nick used the internet to make 3 times what he was making at the job that let him go. Possible? All the while spending every second with his family. Since then, he's gone on to make millions online, authored the book, The 30-Minute Workday, which we will give you a copy of it. I'll drop the link shortly. And he's gone on to show thousands of people how they can actually make a living online. And as well as giving them that financial freedom. Nick believes that you and I are called to actually be able to live that life, that freedom life that God has given to us. Each one of us have an opportunity to be able to live the life that God intends for us to live. Recently, he started what is called the free life, the life freedom. He wants people, his goal is to be able to help people to live that financially free life, to be able to do the things that they want to do. He's going to be sharing with us tonight how you can do that. We also have Dr. Elliot Duglin here with us, who's going to be sharing with you some tips on the benefits of how you can have that healthy life. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Tonight, I can guarantee you're going to be leaving here with value, and you're going to be, the decision will be up to you as to what you're going to be doing, what you're going to do with the information you hear here tonight. You have the opportunity to live a free life, to live a good life, to live a happy, healthy, financially free life. So let me introduce to you Dr. Duglin before Lisa and I take over. Dr. Elliot Duglin, can you kindly come out and say hi to our guest? Dr. E. Duglin, are you here with us? I think I'm seeing him here. All right, I am not hearing him, so I am just going to go on. I'm not sure what the challenge is at the moment. So we have Nick here with us. We have Lisa. Lisa and I are going to be sharing this program. Right now, what I'm going to let Lisa do before we allow Nick to speak is that I'm going to let Lisa, she just shared a part of the program that we have come across. I'm looking down, guys. I forget that I'm looking at a camera ahead of me. Anyway, tonight we are going to be sharing with you the products. Now, I believe that these products are going to revolutionize our lives. It is a powerful product. So Lisa, I'm over to Nick. He's going to share his experience and why he started this and why he shared this opportunity with us. And then we're going to listen to Dr. Duglin as he shares the benefits of the products. So Lisa, over to you.
Hi, thank you, Vashti. Thank you very much. So as you would have seen, I would have shared the video with you all about Livegood and the system that we are bringing to you this evening. And what Livegood is, it's a health system that also, helps us to get those nutrients and vitamins that we need on a daily basis. And some people may think that we don't need the vitamins because we eat these foods, but think about it. Foods are not giving us everything that we need. And wherever you go, you realize, well, oh, I am deficient in this, or I need to get this vitamin B or vitamin D. And it really came to light when we were in the COVID situation, where everyone was struggling to get vitamin D and those C vitamins that we need on a daily basis. And wherever you went, there was a shortage. So changing your lifestyle helps you to have that healthy life. And we're all about healthy living, living good, which is the system that we're going to share with you. And I am going to pass it over to Nick, because one of the reasons why we have Nick here is because he chose this system from everything else that was being shared with him. He chose Livegood. So I'm gonna pass it over to Nick. Guys, please keep your mics muted. You've seen the presentation as to what Livegood system is, and he is going to share with us why we should get involved in Livegood and live that lifestyle. And it's all about the lifestyle that we want to live. So we need to take that opportunity in changing the lifestyle that we're living now and do what we want to do. One is about time freedom and living the lifestyle that we want to live, and not what is given to us. It's what we want. We have that choice, freedom of choice. So we're choosing Livegood, and Nick chose Livegood, and we're going to hear why he chose Livegood as his system to improve or increase the wealth that he already is making through the network industry. So Nick, it's over to you. Thank you for coming today.
Recording?
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear.
Yes, we can, Nick.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thanks for having me.
Recording in
And
progress.
thank you for that really, really great introduction that you gave to me. And I wanted Vashti and Lisa to play that video before I came on, because I wanted you to see sort of a background of what Livegood is, but I wanted to give you a different perspective of, number one, I wanted to talk about the perspective of a person who I have for the last 10 years proclaimed as loudly as I could proclaim that I will never, ever, ever join another nutritional again. And so I wanted to talk about why I chose to do that, even though I literally have said it 100 times over the last 10 years that I will never do it again. But I also wanted to talk to you guys about some pretty exciting math. And I know we don't like to talk about math, but when math equals freedom and financial freedom and being able to do what you want with your life, I want to talk about it in that respect. I also wanted to talk about a unique opportunity to build a business, not by yourself, but to build in what I call a community style build. And so instead of building a business where you are responsible for, every single dollar that you make, wouldn't it be fun to have people from, people who are above you in your organization and people below you in your organization? What if, everything they were doing above you and everything they were doing below you was also benefiting your business as well? And so I'm going to explain how we actually, when we create customers in our business, it's not just for us, we're actually blessing somebody else nearly every single time that we get a customer. And then I'll talk to you guys about some team stuff. And Lisa and Vashti, I don't know how much you want me to talk about specific team stuff. And so if you don't want me to talk about that, I won't. Just let me know kind of when I get there. But why did I choose nutritional, even though I had written it off for like the last decade? When this came across, my face, or I was actually laying in bed on a Sunday night and somebody sent this to me, and I opened up my phone and I kind of looked at it and I kind of eye rolled it, and I just didn't want to do something like this, as I said. But I decided to take a look, and the first thing that I looked at was the products, because it didn't matter how great the income opportunity was. If the products were what I was sort of used to in this industry, there was no way that I was even going to come close to this. And to give you some perspective on what it means to me to be a good product, I'm sort of what I call an ingredient snob. In early 2019, I actually, I've always been healthy. I've always been an athlete. I've always, lived a fairly healthy life. But in 2019, I really made some major changes, and I cut out all processed foods, and I cut out a lot of sugar, and I stopped, the amount of certain types of foods I was eating, and was actually, like a vegan for a little bit, but a vegan with what I call a pizza exception, because I've never given up pizza. So Friday night pizza has always been on the table, but outside of that, I'm what I put into my body, and even what I put onto my body in terms of soaps and lotions, and how I wash my hair, all that sort of stuff. I'm really, really super picky about it. And so when I say that the ingredients really struck me as super, super good, it means a lot. And, we've got a doctor coming on here later, so I won't get into, those details. But for me, as a person who has been studying a ton the last 4 years about, nutrients and what's good for your body and what's not, and all sorts of things that are bad for you. And Lisa mentioned, in terms of nutrients, even when we're getting the right foods, our soils are they used to be very deep, right, in nutrients, but now our soils are just a couple of inches deep in nutrients. And so even the best, highest quality organic non-GMO food that you can buy on the planet is very, very nutrient deficient. And so it doesn't matter how well you're eating, you almost have to be supplementing these. It's not an option anymore to be supplementing. And so when I saw what was in these products, and I saw that I would actually take every single one of these products, and actually already do take a lot of these products, they've replaced some of the stuff that I take, and I'll talk about that in a second. When I saw that, then I took a closer look. And so just to give you some idea of a few more things that I like from the product perspective, number one, the ingredients are amazing. It is things that I will and am putting in my body right now. It's things that I will want my family to be taking. There are things that I will and am recommending to people, because the ingredients are so good. And again, I'll let the doctor talk about what quality ingredients mean to your health and all that sort of stuff. I won't get into those specifics, but they are top notch. That's what I will say. But the other thing about the products, one of the reasons that I didn't want to be in nutritional is because I've had experience with nutritionals in the past. And what happens is, even if the products are good, which in most cases they're not, you're on this forced auto ship. And so you may have come here with some experience in the industry thinking, I really don't want another auto ship, $100 or $200 or $250 auto ship a month of a product that I really don't even want, just so that I can, unlock, the income side of this opportunity. The amazing thing about what they did here is that there's no auto ship. There's no product requirement. It's I don't know, we're sort of an international group here, so I don't know what you guys have, but we have these stores near us called Costco or Sam's Club, where you buy a membership and then you can go to these stores and buy, bulk food at a discount. The disadvantage is you've got to get a bunch of bulk food, right? You've got to get like 8 bottles of ketchup just to get a deal, which who wants all that ketchup, right? So there are some reasons why it works out and reasons why it doesn't. But the really, really great thing about Livegood is that the auto ship is $9.95 a month, which is crazy inexpensive. Unfortunately, my kids, when they still go to get fast food, they spend more on fast food than they do, than we have to spend on this membership, which is only, $9.95. So no auto ship, and it being, just a membership. What that means is that people are actually buying products because they want them. And you can actually buy products because you want those products, right? There are specific products that I wanted, so I could order those products because I wanted to have those products, not because I needed to, order a certain amount of products to, to unlock the, the income side of this. I wanted them, my wife wanted them, and, my family wanted to use those products. So we get to have those products. The thing that happened though, as a result, company-wide, is that now that people don't have to be on auto ship, on average, every time somebody orders here, they order 4 different products. So we're averaging 4 different products for every order, company-wide, even though we don't have to buy any products. There's no product requirement here. What we're selling is a membership that you can use as freely as you want to, and only for $9.95. One of the members in our group posted just a couple of days ago that on his very first order, he saved $97 a month off of what he was already spending on his supplements. Me personally, I'm saving at least $60. And over the course of time, as we order more, we're going to be saving probably about $100 a month. on what we were already taking supplement wise. And again, supplements aren't an option anymore. The food nutrients, the density of nutrients in foods is way, way down. Even in the highest quality of foods, it doesn't have the nutrient level that it used to, and it doesn't have the nutrient level to support us anymore.
Nick,
And
Nick, can I stop you
yeah,
here a minute? I wanted
yeah,
to talk about that. I wanted to ask you about, because most of us, one of the question I wanted to ask about, most of us think that it is okay to, once we eat our foods, then we might not need supplements. I wanted to ask Dr. Duglin about that as well, how important it is for us to have supplements. If I eat all my fruits and vegetables, if I eat, all we're normally told we should have at least 5 servings. So if I use 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, why is it necessary for me to have supplements? Can I just subsist on my fruits and vegetables if I drink my juice my greens and everything? Natural greens. Do we still need supplements? I think that's where you're going. That's one of the things I really want you to bring out. And I am not sure if Dr. Dudley can also weigh in on this. I would really appreciate it.
yeah. I know from my perspective and my research, we used to, and this isn't really all that long ago, we had a certain level of depth of soil that we could actually, cultivate and farm and use. But we're actually down to like the last 5 or 6 inches of soil that actually has any sort of nutrient density, which is like 4 or 5 times less than what it used to be. And so even when you are eating, as many fruits and as many vegetables, and as many healthy, other types of food that you need, it's not enough. Because again, the nutrient density, or the amount of nutrients, let's say you were eating an apple, for example, the amount of nutrients in that apple is different than it was even a couple of decades ago. If you were eating, a sweet potato, the amount of nutrients in that sweet potato is way down from what it was, even a couple of decades ago. And that just keeps getting worse because our soils, the way that we use them in our agriculture, we're reusing the same soil too often. And what happens is you end up with less usable soil and less nutrients. And so, that's what I can add, from my perspective and my research. If Dr. Duglin wanted to add, to that as well, that would be great.
Well, I was letting Nick finish off his talk. So go ahead, Nick, and you finish your presentation. And
Okay.
I will come on a little later.
Perfect.
Because I'm very, 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 very interested in what you have to say. So go ahead, sir.
Oh, excellent. I appreciate it. I truly do. Well, and, just to strike that home a little bit. Again, even the 5 or 6 servings of fruits and vegetables, now in all the research I've done, it's more like 10 or 11 servings, a day, which most people don't get, 1 to 3. And if you're supposed to get 10 or 11, you're not even close to start. And then, put on top of that the fact that nutrients are way different than they were even a couple of decades ago. We're just at a point in our history where you just have to have some sort of supplementation, whether it be a multivitamin or, something else, even, vitamin D or vitamin K or, vitamin C, whatever, whatever it may be. The other thing is that there are, ailments plaguing our society that, we need to take care of. The thing that is causing the most disease, and again, I won't speak to this as much. I'll let Dr. Duglin speak more about this, as he speaks. But in my studies and in my research, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. As close as I got is I was pre-med, pre-physical therapy in college. And so, take this as you will. But I will say that when I study something and I become passionate about something, I study something as if I were becoming a doctor. And so, inflammation is the #1 cause of nearly every single disease that's killing us. And so just one product, if you were to order one product and one product only, we've got, a product called Factor 4 that is an inflammation fighter. And that alone would help a lot of people. And so, those reasons are why we can't be without supplements nowadays, in my opinion. And again, I'm not a qualified physician. I'm not, a research scientist. I'm just somebody who is super, super passionate about my own health and my family's health and helping other people get healthy. And Vashti, unless you wanted me to talk about anything else from a product side, other than the fact that even if you don't like what you're getting from Livegood, there's a 90-day empty bottle, no fee guarantee program in place. And so even if you didn't like it, you could take the whole thing, send back an empty bottle, and you'll get a refund. That's how much they stand by their products. And so I was going to talk about some math here in a second, Vashti. So unless there was something else you wanted me to talk about.
No problem. I just wanted to look at some of the products because I have been looking at them, and why I think they're going to revolutionize the world. Because first of all, how network marketing products are. Guys, I'm getting used to the camera. How network marketing products are. Many of us, when it comes to network marketing, that the cost of those products are extremely high. For example, I am also in a network marketing company, and the product is extremely good. It really works well for people with heart challenges, strokes, anything like that. It works well for to keep your circulation going in your body. However, the cost of that is very expensive. So when I saw these products, I said to myself, this is something that is going to make a difference in not even here in Barbados, globally, because network marketing products are usually extremely expensive. And I think Lisa is trying to show us some of the products. For example, Lisa, if you come down a bit and just come to the super reds. Yes.
Okay.
Just come down. Yes, right. It's right there. The super reds. Now, the things that I want to test this super red because of, yes, thank you, Lisa, because of the ingredients that it has in it, and if it can do the job that it says. So we will be testing some of these. So Lisa, go down to some of the other, we just want to share with you some of the products. And so these have the super reds, and then and the cost of this is amazing. And that's what amazes me so much about this particular product, because as a member, it is only $18. Can you imagine that? $18 US. It is unbelievable as a member. And as from the retail price, is $29.95 as for a product packed with nutrition like that. This is what amazed me about these products. And I said to myself, this is something that I have to share with people here in Barbados and worldwide, because if we can benefit from products at such low cost, then this is something that, even if you don't want to be a part of the whole network marketing system, this is something that we need to share to the world, because it is powerful. And then you have the aminos here at $19.95. Nick spoke about the one with inflammatory, the one, because I know a lot of persons, especially as we age, we get a lot of pain, problems with our joints and stuff like that. And this is really important. The CBD oils, but not the CBD oil. There's another one I was looking at, Lisa. Don't add it to cart. There's another. And when it comes to inflammation, this is something that we have to always. Yes, Factor 4. And look at the cost, $18. And that's why I had to share this. I had to, because all I was saying, Nick, was, oh my goodness, you're kidding. Nick, when I looked into this, this is all I was saying. You're kidding. No. And as females, I don't know how many, I think they have their, Lisa, go to the multivitamins because this was amazing. So I am thinking we have the multivitamins for men as well. Guys, do you see this? I could not believe it. I don't know if you were saying what I'm saying when I saw this. It was like, wow, you're kidding, right? You can't pay $18 for the benefits of the nutritional value that you're getting in this. And when I looked at it, I wanted to see how many was in each bottle. And there's 60 of them for $9.95. I hope you can understand why I had to share this evening. Why Lisa and I had to get together and get Nick and come on here, because we said, no, we have to share this to the world. This is going to make a whole difference. Nick, I'm going to let you talk about the compensation plan and everything else.
Yeah, Vashti, before you go back to Nick, what was so amazing as well is that even though you join the system and you are a member, as Nick said, there's no auto ship. So you don't have to be constantly ordering products to sit on the shelf and nothing is happening with them. You can join this system and just be a passive member, ordering the products for your personal use or your family's use without having to go and sell products externally. So this is something that also benefits you as a consumer as well, because the purchase of these particular products from your own website, yes, you do get a website with this company. And when you get your website, it is that you can purchase the products from your own website for yourself. And that also gives you an income as well. So Nick will tell us more. According to him, he's going to give us some maths about how this can help you and your family succeed. So Nick, back over to you. I'm going to stop share.
Before I turn over to Nick, no, Lisa, don't stop sharing yet. There's one last thing I have to share with people. So Lisa, you know how it is as ladies, right? Go right down to the section where it talks about the facial cream, and I want to show my people that ladies, yes, instant youth. You know I'm going to be testing that because, and look at the cost. So there's a package that you can have. Here it is, the instant youth, where you have I think it's a cream that you can actually put on. Guys, can you and when I check natural things and the skin pack, the ageless, when I saw that and I saw the cost, I was like, no, that's all I've been saying there. All I've been saying is like, no, you're kidding. So the whole pack, the ageless as well as the facial one, yes, all for $24.95. That's US. Okay. So guys, ladies, we have to check this out because I've been checking. So I'm not going to take up any more of next time or your time, but I just wanted to showcase some of these things. That's why I think these products are going to literally revolutionize network marketing. And I hope that because of that, they don't decide to do anything to this company, because it is making a difference. It's helping us to make a difference, to be able to afford the things that we need to help us to be able to actually live healthy lives. Back to you, Nick, on the wealth aspect.
Yeah, well, I think that's important though, Vashti, to sort of highlight is that it's getting really expensive to be healthy. So whether it's you are, eating organic, non-GMO, local type foods, or whether you're trying to supplement or both, I know personally, our grocery bill has really, really, really gone up. And then, you add on top of that, supplementation, and it gets really expensive. And so, for example, the factor for to get all of the stuff that's in that one bottle, I was spending about $60 a month almost. And I think it's like $18.99 or something like that. A multivitamin with 60-day supply was, of the same quality, is at least like $30 at any, retail store. And so, it gives you the opportunity for, less than a very cheap fast food meal to number one, avoid that meal and get this membership instead. but also to get the, the things that you actually need to be healthy long term. And I unfortunately spent a lot of time over, the end of last year and the beginning of this year in a nursing home with my grandmother, and it gives you some perspective on how you want to age and how you want your end years to be when you get to, I got to spend a lot of time with my grandmother, but I also, it opened my eyes to how we were aging as a society and as a culture, and it really makes you want to make some different choices when you see people's last days like that. And most of those things that are ailing the people who were there through food alone would have changed their end years a ton. And so it's not just about saving money, it's about thinking about your life going forward and how do I want my life to be. And I like to say it's not about lifespan, it's about health span. How long can you live a healthy life? Because it's one thing to live to 80 or 90, but your last 20 years are, for some people, torture. That's not health span. That maybe is lifespan, but that's not health span. And so my goal, has been really over the last several years is to increase my health span, the amount of good, healthy years that I have here to enjoy. And as a person who wants to, have impact in the world, it also extends my impact, by who knows how many years. When I'm taking care of myself, I'm actually taking care of others because I can extend the amount of years that I can actually have, a positive impact in the world, which to me is super important. And I know it is for a lot of you here, a lot of people who are on a call like this. Yes, you want to create, a great life of freedom for yourself, but you also want to be able to serve others, long term, and you want to, step into the purposes that God has for you, and be able to step into the callings, long term. And so, for those reasons, it's also important to think about. But to get into a little bit more fun stuff, in terms of the math, Lisa was talking about the 995 as opposed to these most of network marketing type companies. You're going to spend at least $150 to $200 a month to be able to get all the products you need to be able to to meet these requirements that they have. But when you only have to spend $9.95 for a membership and there's no forced auto ship, like I said, the neat thing that happens is people are actually ordering more products because they don't have to. But the other side of that is think about, a long-term business. Is your business going to have the potential to keep customers long-term if they have to spend $200 a month or 10? And the answer is easy, it's 10. And so from a longevity of your business standpoint, I'm a person who pays great attention to residual income that just keeps coming to me month after month after month after month. And one of the things that, is a factor in people staying with you long term is how much do they have to pay to be around, long term. And, $150 to $200 is a stretch for all families. It's a lot of money to, have to spend every single month just to stick around in a business to create income. $10 is, you could find something in your budget right now to not get. That's one inexpensive lunch that probably shouldn't be having anyway. So maybe that alone keeps you healthy by getting the membership because you're avoiding, something else. But $10 is less than what my kids spend when they go out, to eat at a cheap place with their friends. And so it helps keep your business. It helps keep your business growing. There are some other exciting things. I have been, Vashti touched on this when she was introducing me, but I've actually been full-time from home for over 19 years. At the end of this year, it will be 20 years ago that, I drew that line in the sand and I went full-time and I never went back to a job after that. It's been almost 20 years since I had to have a real job, which has been a major, major blessing in my life. I've been able to, to do lots of things. I've been able to spend a lot of time with my wife and my children that most people don't get. And so, I've seen a lot of stuff. And what excited me after I looked at the products and I knew it was something that I would take and that I would feel good recommending, I looked at the income side of this and I looked at the numbers of what the company was doing. And, if I was going to show you a chart right now, usually when you're comparing, companies and stuff, the lines are kind of the same and maybe one's a little bit higher than the other. What Livegood is doing is so far off of the charts that I've literally never seen anything like it. And so, a lot of this, is marketing math, but I'll break it down to you so that it makes sense. So for example, here we are bringing in anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 paid customers every single day here, and we're only about 60 days old. The companies just don't grow that fast, number one. But from a math side, here's what's important about that. We have over 18% of all people who come in from the opportunity side, right? Like if you're coming in and you're thinking about the opportunity, most network marketing companies, every company has to post their average results, or how many people are actually creating an income or hitting ranks and all that sort of stuff. And most companies will just hide that information. They won't talk about it, because truth be told, for a lot of the reasons I already said in terms of these high auto ships that nobody can really pay long term, is that most companies, only about 1% at max are creating any income in the company. And it's really less than that. About 1% are actually getting any customers at all. It's less than 1% who are actually making an income that can keep you around. And one of the numbers that really stuck out to me here, and I want you to think about that 1% and less than 1%, over 18% of every single affiliate here, which is somebody who, like myself and Vashti and Lisa, who are recommending, the products and the opportunity to others, over 18% are hitting ranks in the company. Hitting ranks, that means they have multiple customers inside of their business, and their business is growing. So it's not just they're making, a sale or getting a customer. It's over 18% of people are actually hitting ranks in the company, which is so far off the charts. You're talking about, a 20 times at least greater amount of people having success here already than are in some of these companies that have been around for a very, very long time. And when you think about that 18 to 20% who are hitting ranks, what that means is there's an even greater percentage of people who are actually like creating that first success, right? And that first success is super important, because in all honesty, in a lot of these network marketing companies, that first success doesn't even happen. And so when you have, well over 20% of everybody who comes in right away seeing success, and I say right away because we're only 60 days old. And if you think about, growing a business, to have a profitable business, after, 30 or 60 days in any industry, it's a fairy tale. It doesn't happen. But when you can come in and have, basically an immediately profitable business with just a couple of customers, and the statistics of the company are saying that's actually happening at a super high rate, then you've got something that you can actually feel good about. And the other thing is that my own personal numbers are, because this is moving so quickly, because people are seeing the value on it, because of the price point, because the products are so good, because the marketing behind the company is so good. I literally, every person who knows me, and again, I've been doing this for almost 2 decades now. So, I'm blessed to have, built up a business over those amount of years. But when I send this out to people who have been paying attention to me, people who actually know me, not just some like random person, when I show this to somebody who actually, knows of me or knows me, through, my marketing, 90% of those people sign up within the first week. 90%.
Yes.
Which is
Nick.
absolutely crazy.
Yes, and I can guarantee you, because When I started, when Nick shared this with me, I was not Nick. Someone shared this with me before, and that's why I want to tell you that, because of what he just said is so true. When someone shared this with me, I was telling the person I'm busy. I'm doing my other network marketing business, so I can't take on anything else. No, I'm focusing on that. But when Nick sent me a message, I was like, what is this now? And I looked at it. But then when I looked at it, I said, if Nick is back in network marketing, because I know he does his research. I am also in a program with him. He's like a mentor to me. And when I realized these are men who are out there who have been making six figures, millions of dollars online, and a lot of them have left the network marketing space because of the changing stuff like that, and the plans and stuff like that. So when I saw that Nick actually came into this, I was like, heads up, Nick. So I know that this is something that I could have literally trusted because of the person, the integrity he has. He doesn't join anything, or he's not going to lead anybody in any way because of the program that I am in. These are men of integrity who do not put their hats or bring people in anything that they don't trust, or they've not looked carefully at the plan. So Nick, I can honestly align with what you just said, because I know what you guys are like. I know, because of the experience I've had with them in the academy that I'm in. So Nick, I want you to tell us a little about the compensation plan. Tell us, those who are here, to hear a little about the compensation plan and how it can help them in these difficult times when a recession is threatening us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll touch on a couple of things. I'm not going to get like super technical about, a matrix. I'm going to try to give you examples that kind of make sense, to everybody, so they know exactly kind of how this thing works. But, number one, it's, if you got started here and you got 2 customers, your business is already at break-even point at 2 customers, because every customer that we bring in that's also an affiliate pays us $25 right away. Right now, we actually get that the next week. And I actually, just to let you guys know, everyone's always worried, oh, do people actually get paid and stuff like that. I got paid so quickly that I was actually shocked. I showed my wife. I was like, wow, we actually already got paid. And they dropped it right into my bank, and I really wasn't expecting it that quickly. But anyway, my point is that with 2 customers, you can be at break even point and then just be running a business at profit, right? For forever, basically. And so that's super, super important. And again, when you're talking about prices to, or costs, or, what the investment is to start a business, you're looking at here at, $50 or $49.95 and then $9.95 a month. The really neat thing is that if you are able to and you want to, you can actually, instead of doing the $49.95 and $9.95 a month, you can actually just pay $139.95 and be done for the whole year. And they actually give you 2 free months of the $9.95. And I want you to think about that, though, to be able to start and run a business that you can be profitable, really within the first week or 2, or even if it took you a month, be profitable, and then be profitable for the rest of the year. We're talking about a business for $140 total for the year. It's unheard of. It's less than what most company auto ships are every single month. That's your cost for the entire year if you choose to do the 139. And again, if you don't, you spend over the course of the entire year, you spend $20 more than you would have if you had come in at 139. So it's not, we're talking about a business at maximum that costs you $160 for the whole year, which to me just blows me away because of the real income potential here. And so, we do get the $25 right away when somebody comes in, which is, it adds up. I promise you that adds up. There are all these, bonuses and matching and stuff that you get, that I'm not going to really go into because, I don't want to confuse you, but I want to give you some examples of, how it works. So for example, Vashti and, there's a group of people who came in, with me. So every time that, they create a customer in their business, I actually get a percentage of that, which is really neat, because if you want to create a real, I teach people, and what I've really tried to help people do over the last couple of decades here is show people how to build a freedom business, because there's a lot of ways to build a business. But do you want to build a business that just is sort of like another job that you're tied down to? Or do you want to build a business that just keeps paying you, and you can actually take some time off and still have income coming in? It's just, it's so freeing to know that whether you're in your business or not, your business is always growing, because you're using the power of leverage and other people who are excited to do what you do, to build in what I call, a community building way. And so I will talk about, this matrix we have. All a matrix means is that when you create a customer in your business, they have to go down, below you to a certain amount of levels. And we actually get paid 15 levels deep. And 2 weeks into the company, I was getting paid 15 levels deep from people. And I want you to think about that. That's a lot of people contributing to my income. Did I have to build all of that out? No, because here's how it works. When I bring somebody into the company, they're always going beneath somebody else. So yes, it benefits me, but it also benefits that person. So we have this motto in our team is go bronze and then bless. What bronze means is it means that you got 2 customers. What getting 2 customers does is it triples your income potential. And so, if we help people go bronze, and then every single customer you get for the rest of time, you get to bless somebody else. And so you're building your business, yes, but you're also contributing to the business of everybody else, or lots of people, in your organization. And so it goes beyond just building a business for you, where it creates this synergy where we're all working together, because we know that as we build our business, we're helping somebody else, and the people we're helping know that we're helping them. And so it makes them want to contribute to, this community building, income style system as well. And it just keeps feeding itself, and it creates this excitement, and it creates this bonding, and it creates this, people wanting to create success for themselves, because they know they're also creating success, for other people at the same time. And so, as it grows out, you end up getting paid, 15 levels deep of people. And like I said, it'll be different for everybody, but it took me, in about 10 days, I was actually getting paid 15 levels deep from other people's work. Now, that doesn't mean I stop working, right? No, I want to contribute, because it makes you want to contribute to the cause when you've got, a team of people who are building, and you can help them out. Because I know that every time that I create a customer now, yes, it helps me, but it gets to bless somebody else at the same time, and it builds their business. And to give you guys some perspective on where you're at right now, in terms of placement, right now, one of the neat things about how this company works is that they have a timer that goes off every Thursday. And so it really, really benefits you. Like, if you haven't created a free spot, I just create one just to go and look, because what happens is when you create a free spot, it locks you into the very best position in that matrix possible, right? And the best position means that you've got more opportunity for a business to be built below you, from everybody above you and from everybody below you. So that, the faster you get the free spot, the better position you're going to have. Every Thursday night, if you haven't decided to actually get started, that position goes away, and everybody who did decide to get started now they're above you. So all those people that you could have gotten paid for, now they're going to be, they would benefit from you, from now on, which is fine. But you are realistically giving up a substantial, amount of potential income by, when you don't, upgrade on that Thursday. And so the neat thing about the company, and they have that urgency built in, is it gets people to, to kind of take action, because humans, by nature are procrastinators. And so we wait and we wait and we wait and we wait and we look and we look and we look. If there's no real reason to do something, most of us won't until we absolutely have to. There's a very small percentage of the population who are just massive action takers all the time, and they're just going to be busy, 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 and doing what they need to do. 99.9% of people are procrastinators, and they'll wait. And so what the timer does is it's not like a forced fear type thing. It's just it's a little nudge to say, hey, you've got this blessed position. Do you want to keep it or not? Because if you decide not to, you really are missing out on all of the organization that's been building below you for up to a week now. And so it gets people to to take action. And so it's super powerful way to build a business in a way that makes you want to build, makes you want to help people. And it just, again, it fuels excitement, it fuels growth, and it fuels community. And as a person who, Vashti, I've been learning about myself over probably the last year. I've always called myself an introvert, and I'm starting to think that maybe I'm not an introvert. I'm very, very quiet, mostly. Yes, and I'm not like in my normal life, I don't sit and talk for an hour straight. I'm sort of laid back and I just watch what's going on, and I don't talk that much. But I'm starting to believe that I'm not an introvert because of how much I absolutely love community. I love community, and I love building communities because it creates this energy where people want to work together, people want to help each other, people want to serve each other, people want to help each other build a business, because yes, it's building yours, but you're also getting to contribute to to somebody else's life in a really, really big way. And it's super amazing. So Vashti, maybe I'm not an introvert, maybe I'm just quiet, I don't know.
I'm
Because I
beginning to
really
think
love
that you're not,
communities.
Nick. I'm beginning to think that you're not, because what I was going to do is introduce. When I was going to introduce you, I was going to tell the others. Can you imagine this introvert built millions of dollars online? Now, when we are in our academy, I'm going to open up to questions a minute. But when we are in our academy, you don't hear Nick. All you do is that you see his picture that he's there. When I look, is Nick here? Yes, he's there, but you don't hear a sound from him. But yet he's been able to build a $1 million business without having to be an outspoken person. And that tells me that any one of us can do it here. If I'm telling you, if Nick can do it, any one of us can do it. So I wanted to just let Dr. Duggan, Nick, if there's anything you have to say at any point, you can easily
Yeah.
say anything.
Can
Because I
I
want to
just
also
add
open.
one more thing about the money side, and then I'll give up the mic, I promise. I just wanted to let people know, like, if you're here and you're listening to this Zoom and you're hearing my voice right now, you're in a pretty unique position in terms of where you're at in our growth right now. Number one, we're in a company that's about 50,000 people right now. I think realistically, based on, again, we're doing 1,000 to 3,000 new members a day at this point. So us hitting 1 million members by the end of the year is not a stretch. We're at 50,000 right now. So what happens in a matrix is people, they can only go below you at some point, right? And when we're only at 50,000, and we're expecting a potential million by the end of the year. And again, we're doing 1,000 to 3,000 members a day, so that's not unrealistic. You're in a really good spot just from that fact alone. The other fact I wanted to let you guys know is that right now we have inside of the company, and Vashti, do you want me to talk about like specific team stuff and where they're at in terms of team, or leave that out?
We can. I want also the people to be able to interact with you as well. So we're going to do with that, but I wanted to hear from the other. I see Alvin's hand is up, and I'm sure some of it will come out as they begin to ask questions.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hear Dr. Douglas weigh in on it as well. So I want to give the others, those who are here, our guests, an opportunity to talk, and then we would I'm sure you will be able to answer some of the questions and go into that before we and I don't want to keep everybody too late either. So I see, if you don't mind, right? So let's let Alvin ask his questions. I'm sure you will get into those because I can guarantee you they have lots of questions to ask. Go ahead, Alvin.
I don't have a question. I am just going to say that I'm so excited. I am ready to join. I am an action taker.
Awesome.
I don't have any questions. For what I just heard, I've been in my for a good while now, doing different things, coming out, dropping out, having success. But this seems to be a success. So I don't have a question. What I want to say, I am ready to join. Thank you.
Alvin, who invited you to this meeting?
Well, Lisa talked to me a little bit, but Patrick thought he reinforced it tonight.
Well, I think you join back. Go with. You see, we are all of a part of a team, and I love that's what I love about this.
Yeah.
As Nick said, once you have your tool, you bless, and that's what Nick. I want to let you know that this aligns so much with what we are doing in our opportunity knocks. Our aim is community build and helping one another. So this really aligns with what we are doing. It's not a selfish thing, and it is so much about helping each other to grow. So guys, if you have to, and I'm still inviting. I have to, but I'm still inviting. I'm sharing because this is too good to keep from anybody. And I want Barbadians to understand that they can make a living from network marketing. You don't have to be slaving off for somebody's job every day. You can make a difference, even with this company. So, Alvin, congratulations. Get back to the person.
Yeah. What I would like to say too is that today, while I was working, I was saying to myself, I'm not enjoying my job anymore. I love my job, but I'm not enjoying it anymore. So this is not, I'm not here by chance. This is here by design. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody?
Yeah, I have to step up, but I'll keep listening. I may drop in and out, but I'll keep listening. Thank you very much. Thanks everybody for the presentation.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Actually, I should say right here that it's not only a Barbadian community that we're presented to. This is a global community. There are persons on the call who are from as far away as Nigeria on the call. And they've stayed up tonight to hear what Nick has to say about Livegood and his experiences. So it's not just Barbados, it's not just the Caribbean, but we're building a global community, helping each other while we also help ourselves and our families to build businesses. Yeah. So
awesome.
It's a global
welcome, Nigeria. Welcome wherever you are from around the world. It's a pleasure to have you. And Nick, I think we need to do, this is only one Zoom session that we've done. And I think we need to do some more. Any other questions from anybody? Before I let Nick and Dr. Douglin weigh in, any other questions, guys? Don't keep up. Let's ask the questions. Any questions you have, come out now. Don't waste the time. All right, Nick, you can continue, or Dr. Doug.
All right, the question in the chat is, I want to hear some more about landing the product in Barbados, duties, insurances, etc. How we'll get back to you about that, because that's something that we will speak to the team about on another call. But it's not expensive to do that. We'll tell you how you can at the cheapest rate possible. Yeah. But for right now, while we have Nick here, let's just get him into what he's doing and how he's benefiting from it. And here's some more from Dr. Douglin, who we haven't heard from as yet. So we'll get back to the how in terms of the actual product. So nice to be, and Hope is saying, so nice to be here at the right time from Nigeria. We're glad to have you, Horche.
Glad to have you here. It's nice to have you
Thank
here.
you.
All right, so Dr. Douglin, do you want to weigh in on any of the health products? And just give us, because I am sure from a medical perspective, you would have had an opinion.
Actually, hold a minute, please. There's a hand up, a raised hand from Galaxy 7. Galaxy 7, go ahead before we go over to Dr. Douglin.
Galaxy 7, that's Jack from Guyana.
Right, good night. You can speak a little bit louder, Golda.
Yeah, this is Jack from Guyana.
Oh, Jack. Okay, hi. Yes, please. Nice to have you from Guyana.
Yeah,
Yes.
good. Yeah, see you soon on the Zoom. Tell me, if you want to pay your monthly fee, could you do you have to wait until Thursday?
If you have to
Until
wait till
Thursday?
Thursday to pay your monthly fee,
Yeah, yeah. Do
no,
you
you don't have
can do it?
to. You can go into the back office and choose that monthly fee as $9.95 and pay that separately
Yeah,
as a shop item in your cart. I can show you how to do that. So I'll contact you afterwards. Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
you don't
okay,
have
cool.
to. You
All
don't
right.
have to wait. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Go ahead.
I see Dr.
Dr.
Douglas,
Douglas,
he's ready.
over to you. Yes.
He's smiling.
Okay, well, uh, what Nick was saying about everything was so exciting. I'm going to be brief and you can go back to Nick. Here in Barbados, we are seeing an alarming trend with strokes and heart attacks in people prematurely, that is before 70, and really and truly in the 40s and 50s and 60s. And these strokes are debilitating. We have people with heart attacks. We have 3 strokes every 2 days on average, and 20 heart attacks a month in this small island. Cancer of the colon, cancer of the prostate, cancer of the breast, they continue to be alarming. And that's because we live in a world in which nutrients in the soil are being depleted and toxins in the environment are increasing. So we live in a very toxic, nutrient depleted world. And I said I'm going to be brief. I just looked, for example, at the Super Reds. That's the one that caught my eye first. All of them are very good products. And I did some research on the Super Reds. I knew some of those products before. But let's look at the aronia berry, for example, in that product. The aronia berry reduces the risk of breast and colon cancer. All the berries help to keep the arteries flexible, reducing the risk for stroke and heart attack prematurely. And a lot of people are going along with their arteries becoming more clogged, blood pressure going up. They don't even know until a stroke strikes or a heart attack strikes. And every single component in the red powder, the beet, the aronia, all the berries, the grasses, contain antioxidants and polyphenols that increase nitric oxide in the arteries, keep the blood pressure down, open up the arteries for improved blood flow, keep the arteries flexible, and at the same time reduce the risk of cancer of colon, breast, prostate. So these are wonderful products, the green, the super red, and the inflammatory product too, because a lot of people are going around with inflammation of the cervical spine. We call it cervical spondylosis at relatively young ages. And I think, therefore, just in this brief talk, that these products with the antioxidant power, the anti-inflammatory power, the blood vessel protecting power, the anti-cancer power are so wonderful that I would recommend them to anybody. I've already ordered the super reds and the anti-inflammatory, and I'm recommending them to people. Uh, so I'm going to be brief because I can always talk again. We have Nick here, he's the expert. But these products from a medical and health standpoint are wonderful indeed for arterial health, cardiovascular health, reducing the risk for cancer, even preventing Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Wonderful products indeed. They outstrip some of the products some of us may be involved in right now in terms of arterial flexibility and blood flow. Wonderful products indeed. So that's all I'm going to say now because I know we want to hear from the expert while we have him. So back to you, the hostess.
So Dr. Douglas, I have to be careful. I heard you said it outstrip some of the things. There's a product that is really good here in Barbados that's helping people. So that's what I'm saying, that this is a powerful product. These are powerful products and they can revolutionize the world. So let's, guys, you heard it from the doctor. And if there's one person that I can trust just like how I trust Nick, I can trust Dr. Douglas as well, because although he is a medical doctor and he deals with the pharmaceuticals, he also is really tall, or he stresses the importance of natural or health products. And he's not a man that just says, he lives what he preach. And that's what something that I can, trust in him, just like how I trust Nick. So if anybody introduces me to anything, the first thing I do, any product, the first thing I do is sometimes I will shoot it the doctor. They says, what do you think about this? And it depends on what he says, I might go forward or I might not. So when I can hear him and he has already ordered it, guys, what are you waiting for? Lisa, anybody else have any questions before I turn back over to Nick and let him finish up?
Fantastic. No, I'm not seeing any other messages, sorry, in the chat, and I'm not seeing any other hands up. I think all it is for
Good
persons to
evening.
get. Oh,
Sorry, I have
sorry.
a
Yes,
good
Antonio, go ahead.
sorry,
Yes, thank
good
you.
evening. I
Good
have to
evening.
make I have to make a little comment here. I was just listening, but I've noticed that Halji at Galaxy Tab would have posted a comment. I want to hear more about the landing of the product in Barbados, duties, etc. So this is interesting because Opportunity Knox, where most of us is a part of, has has a segment on our Telegram platform where we're now going through how to order products online and receive them in hand at affordable prices. Also, it teaches us how to calculate our own shipping costs and using the best method to land the products in Barbados. And I would be the person teaching these classes to our members. They're actually in the process now of registering with certain Miami skyboxes that connects to Barbados. And if you're interested, just connect with one of our leaders and we'll be happy to get you started. Back over to you. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome, Antonio. I see there's another message in the chat asking, can these products help with plantar fasciitis? Dr. Douglas, would you like to answer that? Can it help?
Yes. Plantar fasciitis is nothing life-threatening, but it is a very painful inflammation of the soft tissue and the fascia of the feet. For people who do a lot of exercise, I had a bout of it many, many years ago when I used to do a lot of running. I was running on my toes rather than balancing between toes and heel, and it used to hurt me very badly. Any anti-inflammatory product will help prevent it, and the products which improve blood flow as well. So the answer is yes, these products will reduce inflammation, especially the one called the anti-inflammatory 4 would definitely help to prevent. But the person would also have to adjust how they balance the weight on the toes and heel as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Galaxy A10, I hope that gives you some insight into your question. And all that I can say is don't wait. Get back to the person who would have invited you to this presentation and get their link to secure your position, because we are growing and we're growing fast. Vashti?
And we are going to be sharing this well, because let me tell you, when I saw this, I began to share right away. So guys, don't waste
There's another
any
hand
time.
up.
You wanna, I see it. You wanna lock in your position as soon as possible. As you heard what Nick said, is that once you lock in that position, people will be falling under you in the matrix all the time. So this is not time to waste. So JC Kelman, your turn.
Good night. Given the respective challenges that the male and female will have or do have, can you list the 5 or 10 top items that one should have readily?
All right, so let me share the screen again. There is a package that persons can utilize that has multiple. See, there's a energy pack that you can order, which has the organic coffee, the essential amino acids, the super reds and the super greens. And then you also have the wellness pack, which has in the bioactive complete multivitamins for men or women. You can choose which one when you get to the cart. There's the amino acids, the super greens, the super reds, the complete plant-based protein, the ultra magnesium complex, and the D3 to K. And when you do that order for those things that I just mentioned, it's only 149, let's say 150 US for that full complete wellness pack. And you can also add the coffee to that for an extra $15 if you want to have the coffee product as well. But this wellness pack is complete with everything that Dr. Douglas would have spoken about. If you want to go and have that complete system, this wellness pack is something that you can consider, or you can do the separate items and build up to having the complete system in your possession. But this is something that you should really take a look at. Yeah. So you
There's
have the
another
wellness
question
pack
in the chat, Lisa.
and the maximum energy pack. Read it for me, because if I think it's going to show on the screen, because I'm sharing screen.
All right. So, okay. It says Dave Barker says, are persons on multiple prescription for pharmaceutical products use these products? That would have to be a question
Yes,
for Dr. Doug.
Dr. Douglas, yes, please. And it depends on what pharmaceuticals you're on as well, but Dr. Douglas will elaborate.
Yes, well, thank you. It depends on what kinds of medication the person is on. The person says heart. Well, it would have to be a spelling out of if the person is on an anticoagulant or blood thinners. That is always something to consider, because all of these antioxidant-rich products and anti-inflammatory products have their own natural blood thinning power, which is not going to be a problem with low-dose aspirin. It would only be a problem if a person is on warfarin or Pradaxa for blood clot or something major like that. The other heart medications for blood pressure and beta blockers and so on, no, it wouldn't interfere with those. In fact, it would enhance the medication's ability to keep the blood pressure normal, to help enhance flexibility of the arteries and help clear the arteries. So apart from powerful anticoagulants, there is not going to be any concern about other blood pressure lowering or heart protecting medications. It will enhance, in fact, that aim to protect the cardiovascular system. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes, it might be better to see Dr. Douglas first. Nick, Nick, can we let Nick finish off? Nick, you want to finish off? And then we can continue with the questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to, if you wanted me to, Vashti, let them know sort of specifically where they were falling within our team. And I know we've got I think we may have different teams here, so I don't know that you want me to speak to that or not. Otherwise, the only thing I have to say is, if you're even a tiny bit interested, the neat thing about what we do here is you can grab that free spot, and then there's no obligation to do anything at all, but you're actually holding the very best spot we have for you right now. No matter what team you're on and no matter where you're going to fall, it's the absolute best spot for you right now in this moment, and it's free. So all you have to do is enter your name and your email, and it will hold that spot until Thursday night at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And then, you'll still have a spot, but if you didn't upgrade, the people who did will, actually be, above you, and, you would still have that spot. You'll have that spot for as long as you want to have it. It just gets, a little bit lower and lower and lower as you don't upgrade. But I really, I'm not, Vashti will tell you, I'm not a hypey marketer. I don't, scream and yell and say, you must do this and act now and all that sort of stuff. But I do urge you to, grab a free spot just to take a look. And if it's not for you and it doesn't resonate with you, no big deal. Nobody's going to pressure you. The company's not going to pressure you. It's you can have that spot if you want it, and if you don't, no big deal. It will be there waiting for you, if and when you do want it. But again, the very best spot for you right now available that forever is to at least lock it in right now, and then take your time to decide. And then Vashti, if you want me to let people know exactly where they're at, in terms of our team, I can do that, because I think it's super powerful
Go
to
ahead.
kind of know that.
Over to you, and then I'm going to take some other questions, because I saw Melinda hand was up, and I think I saw a phone was up. So you go ahead, and then we would answer any questions. We would continue to answer questions.
Just to note,
I lost you, Lisa. You were
No
muted.
volume.
sorry, no, I was saying to Sandra that that would have answered what Nick would have said just now, answers her question that's in the chat. So I hope she took notes. Yes. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, what I was going to say specifically about where, if you're on this call, where you're at right now in this moment of time is that we have this massive team above us, which has, 3 of the top 10, producers in the entire company, helping us from above. And then we've got our team here, which is right now the fastest growing team in the company. And so that team is going to be helping you grow from below. So you've got all of this help from above, all of this help from below, and you're kind of sitting right here in the middle right now. And like I said, every second that you're not, grabbing that free spot, there are people coming in. And to give you an example, I just got a customer while on this Zoom. Now, I'm not actively working on my own personal business here, but customers are coming in all the time. And so, just having that free spot will at least solidify that you have the very best spot you could possibly have in this moment of time. And again, you've got, the way this works is it's a community build. And so, the community above you is really, really strong, and they're producing at a high level. The community that you are thinking about getting in right now is really, really strong, and they're going to be building below you. So it's kind of this perfect spot in, the history of this company right now for you to at least lock in that free spot. And again, no pressure. It's just to sort of take advantage of, the potential opportunity that you have right now. And that's really all I wanted to add to, what I've said, already tonight.
So Nick, are you trying to tell us that when we lock in our position and this company can help us to make how much money a month? Just help me to understand, or help my other members to understand. For example, if I come in and I don't want to bring in anybody, can I still earn?
You can earn up to, I think it's $2,047.50 with zero recruiting if you're not a builder. I will say in all honesty, that's the slower way, right? The neat thing about that though is because of what I explained to you, in terms of where you're at in the history of this company, and being, about 50,000 people right now, and being at a point where we're growing so quickly that we're doing up to 3,000 new paid members every single day. That's a really, really good spot to be in. Even if you were, if you were thinking, I'm not a builder, I don't really know how to do this. Can I still, be successful? Yes, this can absolutely help you. And the neat thing about, regardless of where you come in here tonight, somebody, whoever you're coming in with is super helpful, super knowledgeable, super servant driven. They've got access to tools and resources and training and all sorts of stuff. It's not about just getting into an opportunity. It's giving yourself the opportunity to get the skills and the tools and the resources to create for yourself for the rest of your life. And I don't remember who it was who came on earlier who just said they didn't want to be doing that anymore. And the only way to not, if you're in a spot that you don't want to be in, or you're at a job that you don't want to be at, the only way to get out of that is to get a different set of skills and align with a different community who is doing different things. Because you can change jobs, you can go from job to job to job, but it's still that place where maybe you don't want to be until you actually, get the skills and the tools and the resources and the personal help and the community and all of that stuff. We haven't really talked about all of that stuff. All of that stuff is included, especially because you're going to be signing up with somebody, on this Zoom. All of that stuff is included in the opportunity itself. And so it's like you're signing up for a PhD in, building a freedom business on top of getting, an amazing business, right now.
Thank you, Nick. That's very important, because can you imagine, this is a network marketing company. This is actually unheard of, because you would normally have to be bringing in people to make an extra income. But here I am in a company that I can just come in, join. I'm not telling you to be lazy though, because if you want to make more than that, and honestly, it's not about being lazy, it's about just, look, I want to be able to leave my job and I want to be able to share. And the good thing about it is the benefits of the product, the benefit of being a part of this organization that can change lives. So we don't want to look at it from just a selfish perspective. We are here to make a difference and change lives. So this is a place that you need to be at this time. All right. So thank you, Nick. And let's get one or two other questions. Melinda, hand was up first, and then we will go to Trudy. And just before I go to Trudy, is Jenny iPhone? You have a question that you want to ask. So I think her hand was up for a while. I'm not sure if she took it down, but it was up.
Good night. No, I'm sorry. That was a mistake.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Melinda, go ahead.
Good night, everyone. You can hear me, Vashti? Okay. Okay. I don't have a question. I'm just making a statement. I just want Nick to know that I'm enjoying the program and I'm going to be locked in. I want to be locked in tonight. And I already have done my note. When Lisa said to get the pen and paper, I have done super reds. Anything else I would check out after, but I got done super reds. I ain't checking on it or anything, but just on the top of my head, it seems like a good product. Thank you.
You're welcome, Melinda. It's nice to have you here. Trudy, it's your turn.
Hi, Nick. Good night. This question is for you. Lisa would have sent me this opportunity, and I just follow her. She told me do something, I just do it. So I actually locked in the position, and then I came off of the meeting they had on Sunday night, and I said, you know what? Let me just do this thing. And I went and paid the money, and I signed up and everything. But before I actually signed up this Sunday night, I saw email come telling me, well, somebody just locked in on me. Somebody just signed up on me, and I was like, okay. But I find that since I signed up now and I physically paid now, I haven't seen anybody else come upon me. So what's happening there? Is that normal, or you have to wait till Thursday night to see now if other persons have actually locked in? Because I was seeing you lock in when I didn't pay, but when I pay, I'm not seeing anything anymore.
Yeah,
that's just a quick question.
That makes perfect sense. What happens is when you are like a pre-enrollee, you're getting what are called autoresponder emails from the company. So they're going to be, updating you. When you switch to an actual customer, now you're on a customer list. And so you get different types of emails. And you are exactly right. On Thursday night at midnight Pacific Standard Time, everybody's spot will get locked in. And then we'll get to see like exactly where everybody has fallen. So, wait till Thursday or Friday morning when you wake up Friday morning, to see, if you've been blessed, with some members. But I tell you, it will happen. We're growing so quickly. We had another person in our community just posted in our group a couple of days ago, and he's a busy man. He went out, he got started. He told just 3 people about it. All 3 people got started. But when everything was locked in on Friday morning and he went to check his back office, it was 22 or 25 people in his organization. And so, it's happening. We're building quickly.
Okay.
And so, just wait till Friday morning. And, I like to say, we'll check for our blessings on Friday.
Okay. And one thing I wanted to mention too, I spoke to someone today because she said she was using the product already. She brought it in herself. She went and she just bought it. I found that when she was a buyer, she was just a customer. She didn't sign up under the business. She just bought it, I guess, from someone's website. And she paid like 25 US for like $100 for the two products. And when I checked my back office, it only cost me like 60 Barbados dollars. She paid 100. I paid like 60 for my two. She's paying 100. So they're paying even more, and people just buy. Like when you share your link, people would just buy the product and not sign up. But it's you make more, you make money as well. So I find it's nice. I like it.
Yeah,
That's
and with
great.
those retail customers, you do make money on those. Like if somebody came to your retail site and made a purchase, you actually make the difference between the retail and the member price. And so there's a difference there that you get paid on as well, and as if somebody came in and did that through your site. But yeah, I mean, the deals are great even if you're not a customer or a member, but when you are a member, I mean, you've seen how good they are, and it's a drastic difference. Definitely worth that $9.95 a month.
Thank you, Trudy.
King Pat said they want to be locked in tonight. Well, get back to the person who introduced you to this, who invited you to the program, and get locked in with their link. Let's go, guys. Let's go. You can make things happen for yourself. And we can also be paid weekly. You don't have to be paid monthly. Once we start, the cycle starts, you can actually be paid weekly as well. So let's go, guys. Let's go. All right. So we're going about 8 o'clock
I just
now.
want to ask one question, please.
Sure.
I went on today and I got locked in. I haven't actually signed up yet, but what I want to find out is if I use a shipping address as they're asking for the shipping address, suppose I'm actually ordering a product, can I then use what Antonia would be suggesting after? Can you put in that address after? Or the address that you use when you are applying has to be the shipping address that you use all the time?
I'll answer that for you. Yeah, so when you register, you can just use your personal home address to register, just to simplify the system. And then afterwards, we can always go back into your settings and choose the shipping method we would want to use after we order the products.
Okay. Thanks, Antonia. Good information. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome. And before we continue, before we wrap up, it's about 8:19 now, and I don't want to keep Nick. All of us have to go to work tomorrow. I have a free gift for those of you who actually were here tonight. And for those of you who like to read, this is Nick's book, The Escape Plan. Nick has written, this book is a powerful book. It literally changed my life, Nick. And I want to share it with some of those of you who want to take a read of this book that Nick has made. Nick, forgive me. I just did the paper stuff. I just wanted to have it to read, to outline, and just give me, I'm going to share the link that you can grab this book free of cost. Yes, I'm going to put on my glasses. But one thing I want to share, you know how I am. I'm a person that, if anybody who knows me, I love quotes. And Nick said one thing that caught my attention when I started to read this book on page 2. He made a very important point. He says, you were born with a future already inside of you. And he started to explain what he meant by that. He says, every one of us, is true, because every one of us, God has made us with a special talent and ability. And we make the choice of whether or not we are going to use or carry out what God's will is. So what makes the difference from everything else is that we have a choice to do the future. We have a choice to do what. We have a choice as to what to do with the future inside of you. So each one of us have a choice. The decision is yours. And another point that really stood out with me is that he says, no matter what, the average people choose to sometimes say, I can't or I won't. But he challenged me when I read this book. It says, choose not to be average. You're not an average person. And I just wanted to share, I'm going to drop the link now for anybody who want to grab. It's a powerful book, The Escape Plan. Nick shares his journey on his freedom lifestyle and how you can become free too. Nick works for no one, and he was able to actually earn that income online. So no matter what position you're in, if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, and I am on my way there, I am working on building the skills and stuff like that to be able to free myself. If I want to work, fine. If I don't want to work, fine. I'm still getting that extra income coming in. So for those of you who are interested in getting that book, I'm going to drop the link here for you so that you can actually grab that book. You can print it out. That's what I did. I printed it out and I read it. And I keep it with me when I feel a little discouraged. I go back to this, Nick, and I read again and I go forward. So for those of you, just press the link and you can get a free copy of that book free of cost. It's a valuable book that you need to read. That's it from me. Lisa.
Yeah, so before we wrap up, there's another question that asks, what about the payment handles and what will we be using in Barbados? And payment with Livegood is simple because most of us, if not all of us by now, have our debit cards and you can pay via debit card. But even if you don't have a debit card, then you use crypto. And in terms of getting money out, it's the reverse. So it's a simple process and we can walk you through that. We're gonna have a training session for the community we're in that we show you how to get signed up, get all your cash handles set up as well as the forms that are needed for us on this side, the WBN forms, I think that's what they are. If you wanna do the direct banking, you set up your crypto wallet if you want to be paid in crypto and then do the exchange back to your debit card. So there are multiple ways that you can get your money out of the system. It's not hard and we're going to show you how. So no worries. We're going to take you through all of that in the next call, or even as early as sometime over the weekend or later on in the week. We can set up another call for you that we can show you how that is done. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I just want to say right now, thank you, Nick, for taking the time out to be with us this evening. And I am just glad that you would have shared what you did with us because some of us, as you said, are procrastinators. And we tend to wait too long before we can actually get into a system that would actually help us to change our lives. And I think this is something that will definitely change the lives of our people once they get connected. And it's all about that connection and staying with the system and moving forward as a community together. So thank you once again for being here. And I see Dave raised his hand again. Yes, Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. You know that you have to say something.
Yes.
I just want to thank all of you for a wonderful meeting. I had promised not to get back into network marketing. All right. Although this have two sides to it, I understand. I was in a company, one or two you might still be in that company, I'm not sure. But I would never bad thought that company because it has fantastic products. But what people would always say to me is that these products they're very good, but they're too expensive. I can't handle it. So when I saw this low money, $20, $19 and so on, I said, well, once the products are good, Dr. Douglin is recommending them, I will certainly be getting in. So I want to thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave. And guys, thank you, Nick. I mean, Nick, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you so much for coming on here and joining us. I am sure I can call you again when if we need to. But my brothers, my friends, my fellow Barbadians, those who are in Africa, wherever you are from Guyana, Trinidad, wherever you are around the world, and you're here on this Zoom, I want to thank you for being here. Our goal,
Actually, before you go, one more. The legacy leader, Albert wants to make a comment or a contribution before you go.
problem. Our goal, and I think it aligns perfectly with Nick and HBA community, which I'm a part of, is to be principle centered, to help people to receive their freedom. So everything here right now is aligned. And our goal is to get this out to as many people as we can, to help as many people as we can. The choice is yours as what you do with this with the opportunity we've presented you here with we've presented you with tonight. Take action, go out and share. Help somebody else to change their lives. We're going to be actually bringing in looking at bringing in the products. We can get together as a team here in Barbados, in the Caribbean, or wherever you are, and we will plan the way forward. But the point is, as Nick said, get in, lock in your position, because this is not going anywhere. Lock in your position and sign up. Let's get started together. Over to you, determined. I'm not sure. Ethelbert?
Yes, good night, Madam Vashti. I come in as a different name tonight, the legacy. I just want to ask a question right now. When you go into the back office and you see recent pre-enrollees, are those the person that would have enrolled after you?
Not necessarily. How a matrix works is like when you're looking at the power line in your back office, those are all of the people across the entire company. Like there was a question earlier, you know, how do I know who actually falls below me? We don't know until Friday morning, because what happens is you're taking all of the people who came in who are associated with your team somewhere, right? It could be way above you, it could be people below you. So the number, like the power line number, is all of the people in the entire company, you know, coming into the company. What that's meant to show is how fast we're growing. And like when I said, when we have this goal to hit 1 million members by the end of the month, and we're on track to do that, that's kind of showing proof of that's actually happening, right? That many people are coming in on a daily basis. And so use that number as, you know, sort of motivation to build your business, that many people, you know, are coming in. And, you know, where do they go? They've got to start, you know, going below in the company somewhere. Now, the people who land below you are actually people who came from somewhere within, you know, your specific organization, not company-wide. But I will tell you that this this specific team, a lot of that volume that's coming in company-wide is actually coming, you know, down into, you know, this team. So it's actually pretty powerful.
Let me ask you this here now. I am looking at the screen and it says pre-enrollees. It just went up again. I know. Pre-enrollees, 233 pre-enrollees and 30 paid members. That means 30 persons have just paid for the position. I'm seeing gray and I'm seeing the orange. The orange would be members who would have paid for their position. And those are persons that would have just enrolled today at G's on back. All right. Thank you very much, Nick. I must say, I would say this. I have never seen something like this before at the speed of growth. I'm also part of another network marketing company, which I'm not going to leave, but I like it. But this here, and listening to Dr. Douglin, which I do listen to, don't know him personally, but I listen to him because his name is very much out there in the marketplace in Barbados. And Lisa, who I personally trust, I would definitely get on board, because what I'm seeing here is that the potential of this to impact a lot of people is tremendous. I'm just sitting looking at the back office here, and I'm seeing people just being enrolled persons paying one time. I can see it live, so it is like just updating in front of me. So thank you very much for your information. I saw this. Lisa told me about this 2 weeks ago, and if I had listened, it probably would have been a little here. But I did not do it because I'm like, another. I didn't tell her anything. I said yes, Lisa, I got this stuff. I didn't sign up, and I did it tonight, and I'm very sorry. But nevertheless, we all fall where we are supposed to in the right time. So thank you very much for your information. You look like you have an honest face, I must say. So we will go ahead and I thank you, Lisa and Vashti as well, and Dr. Douglin for their input. I would definitely be coming on board.
You are welcome. You are most welcome. And guys, before we lock off, there's somebody behind the scenes that you're not seeing. You're not seeing a person, but you're just seeing things happening. You're seeing me, Nick, and Christopher. I thank you so much for being. Christopher is my tech man, and I want Nick to be able to meet Christopher, because when Nick saw that flyer, Nick was like, "Wow, who did this?" So Christopher just come out. He's one of our leaders here, and he's the tech guy. I cannot leave us without saying a huge thank you to Nick. Christopher, Nick wants to meet you. Come out from behind the scenes, please. Where are you? Pin yourself. Come on.
Well, Christopher, I have to say that Vashti's totally right. When I saw that flyer, I was like, how did you do that? It was so good, so well designed, that, you know, the sound and everything that was going on. You've got such talent, and I thank you for being giving with that talent. It was really amazing. So I appreciate all the stuff you're doing in the background, keeping the Zoom going, building flyers, and I know you're doing a lot of stuff over there. So I truly appreciate it.
Yes, he's an awesome guy. So Chris, and for the voiceover on the flyer, that was done by Gabrielle Williams, my daughter. So Nick, she's not here, but I just want to say a heartfelt thanks to all of you who are here and to all of you who came. So Lisa, Nick, Dr. Douglin, a heartfelt thanks to you as well. You are out there, and a lot of people trust him. And, you know, because if he recommends it because he's out there, a lot of people will get in, because Dr. Douglin is a person who's honest. He does his research, and he lives by what he preaches. So thank you, Dr. Douglin, as well. Thank you, Lisa, the powerhouse behind Opportunity Knocks. Appreciate it. Nick, and all of you that came tonight, a heartfelt thanks to all of you for being here. We really appreciate you. Nick, would you come back with us again if we need to do this again?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Now we want to light up the Caribbean. So this is just the first. We want to light up. We want to set the Caribbean on fire. We want to set our people free.
As long as I have an open invitation to actually visit, then yeah.
Oh, you can come to Barbados. You can come to Barbados.
I'm stuck in the wintertime right now, so definitely I may have to take you up on that.
Yes, and we don't have any winter here. It's just sunshine. Beautiful, warm sunshine. Beautiful beaches. So you can come to Barbados and stay with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I would not keep you back anymore. I am really grateful to you for being here. And remember, get back to the person who invited you to this program and get signed up. Don't lose this opportunity tonight. Good night, everyone, and God bless you.
Good night. Good night. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Yeah, good night, everybody.
Okay.
Good night to all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Vincent.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Vincent.
Good night.
Oh, my voice. Good night. Good night, Dr. Douglin. Good to see you.
Good night.
All right.
All right, the timer is coming on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.
Bye.